All right, let's look at the bottom. So Virgo, we have a Seven of Swords. So some underhandedness. God, maybe I don't usually read tarot quite so, I don't know, reality TV, but maybe she walked in on us if she had a romantic partner she lived with and caught them cheating or found out something. It doesn't have to be cheating, but find out something that if this was a relationship, you two had already turned out away from each other outside of the relationship. Um, Instead of trying to work it out together, or there was just an impasse where it just got to this point and that happens. So maybe it isn't an actual person sneaking out of the window, but just having that realization that you no longer turn towards each other. I think a lot of what I've seen and experienced, quite frankly, is people lose respect for each other, and you feel so justified that they're being a jerk or whatever, that you treat them disrespectfully. And you've been around those couples, right, where it's uncomfortable to be around them, yet this sort of contempt or resentment or whatever has built up where it's becomes the language of the relationship potentially. Um, and being disrespectful to someone is never going to make them respectful to you, I don't think, right? Especially over the long term. It just sort of builds the case. Um, I think we have this with teenagers too. They're so disrespectful to parents sometimes. Not all of them, but I definitely was like that when I was a teenager. But being disrespectful back, it's yeah, I don't know. It's like you have to force yourself to be respectful. But if getting back to the relationship, you have to think about that. Like how if you don't respect the person or the situation, why are you staying in it? So here's a work card. Oh my God, I'm getting such a clear story about a work relationship. Maybe someone was having an emotional relationship. Um, if this is not a relationship, but like a work situation, there isn't teamwork here. Like these two people are not engaged with each other. I know you wouldn't be in bed with a coworker that, I mean, you could be, but in just the work situation. And here's like team, everyone's focusing on the task at hand, um, that he's pointing to here. And that's building, to me, a solid foundation. Look at how well balanced that is. And everyone's working together. Part of it to make up the whole of that structure. And there is a heart though in the background. This is what is this? The modern love tarot. So it does have love. Ooh, vacation. Look at that. Just living your best life, chilling, meditating. It's kind of interesting because she's in water, but it's a sword card, an air card, a card of thought. But she's really, I think, this is different than the resentment and the anger and those types of feelings. This is more of a processing, seeing things from a good perspective, but also meditative and being mindful of our negative thoughts. It's almost the swords have a protective, or creating a protective ring around her, where she had run out of water for her cups here, emotions. She's sitting in the love by herself, like the self-love and the self, taking care of yourself. Why am I blanking on the phrase? Self-care. There you go. Wow. Self-care and allowing yourself to feel how you feel about this. But then get to a place where it's productive and you're gaining wisdom and you're able to stop directing energy towards the situation and truly move on. What's at the bottom of one of my favorite cards in this deck, if not my favorite. This gorgeous, gorgeous Queen of Pentacles. I just love the artwork, the colors in that card. I guess I like earth tones. It's just, it's subtle, but so beautiful. In this turquoisey color. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. She sits securely on her throne. She's so stable and confident in her ability to manage herself, which seems like, yeah, of course we manage ourselves, but I don't know, some people always seem to have an energy about them of kind of a little bit of chaos or scatteredness, or is it instability in the sense that they haven't really found their place. They haven't really been able to settle into who they are, their situation, and accept responsibility for it, and things like that. But that's exactly what the Queen has done. And because of this confidence in herself, I mean, she knows if she says, I'm going to set my alarm early and get up and work out, that's what she's going to do. And that, I think, is where confidence comes from. It comes from that internal being able to count on yourself. Knowing that if you're in a situation where someone's triggering you, that you can stay calm. You know what I mean? Just, wow, the Empress. This is Mother Earth. She's all the queens, but mostly connected to the Queen of Pentacles, I think. So this is like an extra dose of Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who makes a house a home. This is a incredibly, and that means, excuse me. So doesn't have to be a home, but you've been in homes where you have that feeling of connectedness and safety, and there's not going to be crazy drama going on, right? So that's the energy that that these queens project. And there's a bit of nurturing and groundedness. This is a very fruitful time with the Empress. Whoa, I'm just seeing this. Something about a pregnancy. It's hard to have a baby if you aren't talking to each other or connecting. I don't know. Okay, so that may be for someone. I'm not going to pull on that thread. It's a very fruitful, abundant time. Giving birth to new things, new experiences, new things happening in the world. In the world, interesting. In your world, but in the world, I guess, in general. What's this? Messages about work, positive. Things may change quickly. So there's a real stagnant energy with this Two of Swords, or, really trying to make a decision, but you're able to make your decision. Maybe this Four of Swords, this meditating and this time out to really just think, gives you the ability to make this decision and move on, move forward into a stable, more stable environment. I mean, look at her compared to her. I mean, there's drama, there's energy going. It just, yeah, moving away from that, moving away from a volatile situation and going towards, I mean, look at her, how stable and grounded and present she is. And this is moving over from those rough waters into these smooth waters of the Four of Swords. Definitely could be work related, getting into a really good work environment, but standing on your own as well and taking time for yourself, taking that time out, doing what you need to do for yourself. And that's another place confidence comes from, is when you can trust yourself to move on from a situation that is not in your best interest. Uh, Real codependency vibes no more. Really realizing when you're being codependent, when it's you staying there. You can say, oh, it's them, if they would just do this, but why are you staying there? If you have the data, that's how they're acting. Why why are you then continuing to stay and stay and stay and stay? Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.